My name is Lena I'm a certified peer specialist at Peer Star, and I'm from Long Island, New York. I was in a very dark place. Multiple traumas had kind of caused me to shut myself off, from emotion and become very self-centered. I was not really able to maintain employment. Relationships, interpersonal relationships tended to be very chaotic. I suffered from depression, comorbid impulse control disorders of all sorts, substance abuse. I was a sex addict, and I was diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder. Antisocial personality disorder is primarily an empathy disorder. It also has to do with remorse. There are all sorts of criteria. It's difficult to summarize any personality disorder. They tend to be manipulative, also deceitful, irresponsible. At this point, there is no set treatment plan that's been proven to work in treating sociopaths or psychopaths, as they're called. And there is a lot of stigma, obviously, associated with antisocial personality disorder because a lot of your serial killers that are well known are antisocial. I just remember I got this, by the way, this neuropsych diagnosis, okay? And this was a big turning point for me. Was when it was just completely laid out in black and white. And I mean, I had not actually suggested that I was antisocial to therapists before that, but it was largely kind of dismissed because we tend to be charming. And a lot of times, people don't want to believe anything bad of something they like. And, it's a disorder that, again, has a lot of stigma attached, like you're just a bad person, if you're antisocial. So, they didn't want to think that of me. But this was, something, it laid it out for me. And this is the kind of, stark prognosis that, typically someone with my disorder might expect to have is, persons with a similar pattern of endorsement tend to be unreliable and irresponsible with little success in either the social or occupational realm. That's that's rough. That's, just saying, you're not really going to maintain employment. You're not going to have a life. But this is not me. That's not all, and that's something that was very big in our training at Peer Star, was that you are not your diagnosis. You're not just whatever black and white symptoms, and those are your limitations. This is somebody else, writing like an outline of a story, and it's not my story. I'm a writer, and I've decided to write my own story. It's not me. I continued to see therapists, which is difficult. When you're diagnosed as antisocial, they don't necessarily, it's not promising. They don't know what to do with you. And honestly, I had all the kinds of therapy. I started in therapy when I was 12, so on Long Island. So people were pretty much at a loss as far as what to do with me. Had EMDR, psychodynamics, CBT, integrative, pretty much everything. But and some people, as soon as they get that diagnosis, they're either like, okay, either it's wrong or you don't really want to be helped anyway, because that's part of the disorder. Is you're not going to think there's anything wrong with you. They don't seek help typically. My life now is totally different. I am working. I maintain relationships with my friends, my old friends, my family. I've made new friends at work. Come out more. out in the air right now, even if I did have the parasol like a vampire, but still. But yeah, it's, just been entirely different. I meet coworkers for lunch, it's not something that, even just so simple that, really anybody thought I was even going to be just staying out of prison was honestly, like, not that likely. But yeah, I'm very happy with where I'm at now. Like I said, I'm getting back into art, into theater, performing, writing, and happy, looking forward to the future.